I'm Greg Owen, motorcyclist and lawyer. I've been riding, racing, building, and collecting motorcycles for the past 40 years. During my time as a professional motocross racer in the 70s, I decided to give up my racing career and become a lawyer. I did that to help other riders who had nowhere else to turn. Over the course of my 30-year career, I've represented hundreds of injured clients and resolved their cases for more than $900 million. My goal is to tell the history of motorcycling in America, one bike and one rider at a time. We're here at the Trailblazers 2012 banquet, and I have a very distinguished guest here. It's Bruce Brown. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So, tell me why you came tonight. Is there something here that interested you?
Because Mike McGill and Keith Mashburn said they'd drive me. So I didn't have to drive through LA, which I hate.
The iconic film in motorcycling, as you know, is On Any Sunday. Whether you're into motorcycling or not, everyone knows about that movie. Can you tell us where you got the idea for that film?
As a kid, when I was surfing, I never rode a motorcycle. I thought motorcycles, bad guys, gangsters, all that stuff. And then we started going to Ascot and watching the half mile.
Right.
Go down the pits and see the guys, and then got into, I bought a little Honda 50 step through because it wasn't a motorcycle.
Wow, you're a bad guy.
And then finally went, motorcycles are fun. And I got a Triumph Cub, and all the surf guys in Dana Point area, Hobie, and all those guys got into motorcycles. And then meeting the people, Malcolm, and they're such nice people, and I'm thinking, it's just like surfing, much maligned. We're all a bunch of losers, bums.
Right. Long-haired whatevers.
Gonna grow up and see the error of your ways and all that. So I thought, it might be fun to make a film about that. And I went up and talked to Steve McQueen, who I didn't even know.
Now, let me ask you this. How did you figure out that McQueen enjoyed motorcycles?
Oh, I knew he did, because there was magazine articles about him and stuff. And he was kind of one of my heroes,
Right.
And after, watching The Great Escape with the jump over the fence.
And what happened when you realized that he really didn't do it? Somebody else did.
First thing he told me, he didn't do it, which I thought was pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyway, I told him what I wanted to do, and he went, well, what do you want me to do? And I said, well, pay for it. And he goes, shit, man. He said, I don't finance movies, I make movies. I go, well, then you can't be in my movie now, can you? He started laughing and called me back next day. Okay, let's go for it.
Wow. That was probably the easiest movie deal ever made in Hollywood.
Yeah, and then it was a good deal for him, too, because before it was even half done, the distributor that distributed Endless Summer,
right,
he called up and he wanted to do it, and he gave Steve all his money back before he ever gave me all the money.
That is a good deal for Steve.
So, yeah.
So he got out of it with his money, and he became famous for motorcycling.
Yeah.
If you think back on your lifetime with respect to motorcycling and surfing, what are the best moments you had?
We just went on a trip. My son's doing a little film where we went up in a big motorhome to Gordon Grubby's in Oregon, and Jerry Lopez, surfer, came in. And then we stopped by and saw Mert, and we saw Kenny, and then Jack O'Neill. And then we just went to Hawaii for 10 days and saw all my old surf buddies over there. And I guess that was probably to see all those guys, and they're all getting a little, long in the tooth. But I was with my kids, so they knew all the young guys. So we had all the, the hot young surfers, and so.
Well, I have one last question about On Any Sunday. Mert Lal, when he was in the sand dunes, was that a Sprint? What kind of bike was he riding?
It was a Greaves.
It was a Greaves, okay.
With a Harley decal.
With a Harley decal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I figured that'll probably solve the issue for a lot of people who still don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce, I got to tell you, it's such an honor to have you talk with us. And what you did with that film was bring us into the mainstream. It made people realize that we're really just doctors, roofers, lawyers, construction workers. We're just regular people.
Yep. Well, that was part of the point of the whole movie,
And you did. I think that's a big reason why we're accepted today.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I wish you another 40 years of making great films.
I don't think so. That'll make me like 180 or something.
Hey, come on, we can do it.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.